booty, 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 booty.
And 3, 2, 1. We're live.
Hi, I'm Vera DeMilo. You remember that?
No, I don't think I've ever seen that.
What? You've never seen Vera DeMilo?
What's that from?
Hi, I'm Vera DeMilo, and thanks for tuning in. You know, before I learned how to exercise properly, I was a poor excuse for a woman. And
A few hours ago, there was a trending topic of She's 31 on Twitter. So I clicked it, and it turns out Vanessa Hudgens made somewhat of an oopsie, which is interesting because we haven't heard, last week we were talking about Amanda Bynes, which we haven't heard from in a while. And now here's Vanessa Hudgens, a former Disney star. I wonder what the last thing she was in. That's probably going on 10 years as well.
I will say, no, I saw her in a couple things semi-recently, and she did wonderful as an actress.
I think she was like in a horror film recently, wasn't she?
I guess I'll just have to fire up the Internet Movie Database. Vanessa Hudgens.
Dude, that would be so much funnier if that was her actual name. Yeah. Why does that sound like you ever see The Campaign? Marty Huggins.
Oh my god, I loved The Campaign. Was that had that dude who's really good at playing a stupid idiot?
Zach Galifianakis?
Oh no, Zach Galifianakis, he is just perfect at being awkward. No, The Campaign, I could have swore that was that only Zach Galifianakis?
No, it's Will Ferrell and Zach Galifianakis.
I thought Strange Wilderness. I thought the guy from Strange Wilderness was in it.
Could be.
Have you ever seen Strange Wilderness?
I don't think so.
Steve Zahn. I thought Steve Zahn was in it.
Vanessa was actually just in the new Bad Boys for Life. She was on an episode of Drunk History as well.
But anyway, I just wanted to say
I guess I'll have to take that
really
back
good.
then. She's done a pretty decent job at staying somewhat relevant since High School Musical.
No, she's definitely got a career, man. And she does remain to have she preserves her own beauty well, I would say.
Yeah, but after seeing this little clipperoonie, you got to admit that you got to lose a little bit of well, let's not say anything. Let's play it first. Hold on.
Yeah, till July sounds like a bunch of bullshit. I'm sorry. But, like, it's a virus. I get it. Like, I respect it. But at the same time, like, even if everybody gets it, like, yeah, people are gonna die. It's just terrible. But, like, inevitable? I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this right now.
Yeah,
till July sounds like a bunch of
It's inevitable. It's inevitable. It's gonna happen. What can you do, right?
So I'm like watching her body language and the way she's talking and the way she's portraying herself. She's like, yeah, so like you're making me like hang out in my place for a couple months and it's stupid. Like people are gonna die anyway. Just let more die so I can go get hot dogs and eat ice cream.
She acts like she doesn't have one of like the most privileged lives in existence. Like how bad could it possibly be being you stuck in your giant mansion all day until July? I'm sure that's going to be so terrible for you while you sit there and you eat your steak and your lobster, and you probably still have a bunch of it's like she's going to still work some way, shape, or form. She'll like either get a fans only account or a fucking
Snapchat premium.
It's something, you know what I mean? Like, could you just? It just sounds like complete disregard for the rest of the human race. It's kind of like, fuck this virus, fuck it.
It's literally
Fuck
like
these
you're
peasants.
gonna die anyway. Why do I have to stay inside?
Yeah, why don't y'all just die already so that I can go to the mall, star in another feature film?
But her body language and the way she's going about saying what she's trying to say is like so disappointing.
Well, so
really
the whole
is.
theme of it is the hashtag SHEESH31. So I guess people are starting to refer to the fact that she has the intelligence level of somebody who is not 31, but she is indeed 31.
In this video, she's certainly not portraying the wisdom of someone who's 31 years old. So, or of someone, not of someone who's 31, but she's not portraying wisdom at all.
Mm-hmm.
And you would think that maybe she's come across some in her 31 years, but I can only imagine that no matter how difficult one's life may be when you have as much money as someone like her throughout your whole life, money makes it way easier. If I had money throughout my life to now, anywhere near the amount of money that chick has had, my life would be way easier. But also, I'd be missing out on a lot of important, lessons and values and wisdoms from all of my experiences. You know what I mean?
There's an apology video that she just put out.
How long ago? Because I want to see what her manager told her to say, because it's not going to be her
6
word.
hours, I think.
Apology video.
I'm gonna play it.
Hey guys, so yesterday I did an Instagram live and I realized today that some of my comments are being taken out of context. It's a crazy time. It's a crazy time.
She's staying on script, right?
And I am at home and in lockdown, and that's what I hope you guys are doing too. In full quarantine and staying safe and sane. Yeah, I don't take this situation lightly by any means. I am home. So stay inside, y'all. Hey guys, so yesterday I did
It wasn't even really like...
My comments are being taken out of context. What were people saying? Because I feel like anyone is going to respond to what she said. I feel like she expressed a total of 6 words and she was like, yeah. Almost all people are going to be like, I'm going to eat you like my dinner, bitch. I'm going to tear you up. You dumb.
And then she's like, I'm home. I'm home. I'm here. I'm staying safe. It's just like, I don't know, man. You can't blow it out of proportion, but at the same time, like, you show your true colors when you post stupid crap like that. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's so annoying to have somebody like that have all that money and social influence, and they're just an airbag.
It just goes to show how much experience. And you know what? I don't really mean to draw a lot of conclusions from a 15-second video, but I really do feel that that directly reflected her experience in the real world.
Mm-hmm.
And just like, if you had maturity, if you had the maturity to know, social maturity, to know what you do and do not say in front of a crowd, and then to really mash in the fact that you're going to click a fucking button on your phone, you're going to tap a button, and you are going to have a crowd of millions of people, which is even more sensitive. There's just a lot
Especially
of no.
now more than ever, dude. Like, what would make you think that it's okay to take that video? What did she even say the first time again? It's
Here's what she
inevitable.
Everyone's gonna die, so
We should have that in the
why me?
soundboard. Let's put "It's inevitable" in the soundboard.
Like, oh, that's stank. It's inevitable.
Rico, we need "It's inevitable" in the soundboard.
Yeah, if you don't mind, Rico, could you clip that, cut that, and add that to the soundboard in a bit?
Yeah, that would be absolutely amazing.
Daddy, chill.
Thanks, dude. Daddy Chaw. Daddy Chaw. I want you to edit Daddy Chill over this.
Daddy, chill. Daddy, chill. Daddy, chill.
There you go. We can do a whole bunch of those little libs, and you can cut them in however you want.
Yeah.
Like, we can be like, Daddy chocolate. It's ridiculous, but it doesn't deserve any more than any more time than what we've already invested into it. So we should get on to the topic of how to deal with and work around the coronavirus lifestyle.
Okay. So you mean like obviously there's people going to all the grocery stores right now and taking out all of the toilet paper and the hand sanitizer, which like, I mean, I get it, but like at the same time, it's like, of all the things that you're gonna get toilet paper. There's so many other things you can use to wipe your ass. You know what I mean? Like,
let's get a bunch of hand soap,
eventually, like
this,
they're gonna stop making toilet paper. Like, if this shit really hits the fan, and this is like a 28 weeks later situation, right? They're not gonna produce toilet paper anymore, so you're gonna run out eventually. So you're gonna have to figure out something else. Me, I've got a whole bunch of mismatched socks that I got from the laundromat down the street. And I prefer the socks. You can get real deep in there.
I find that if you take a rubber glove, and so to some people it's like, wow, that's way too much work, but a rubber glove and then put one of your socks over the rubber glove, you can really comfortably get in there. You can pretty much booty gyno yourself. It's pretty sweet. What's that tool called? The duck bill?
You can actually get up in there and pull any remaining turd out of your ass.
You can get up there with some dust off and really clean out the cracks and crevices. This is what I imagine. Hello? Can I increase my credit limit to 12,000 from 5? I need to get toilet paper. Thank you very much. Why the fuck? Literally, I went in the shop right the other day on my lunch break, and all these people, I mean, at work, everyone's like, yeah, it's crazy. They're all buying all the toilet paper, and they're buying out all the freaking the cleany stuff, right? And yeah, every single person had a shitload of toilet paper, and I'm like, what is wrong with you people? Literally.
Well, so luckily for us, we've got quite a bit of it already.
Shit, a lot, dude. We are literally, our lifestyle revolves around.
I don't even really know why, to be honest. We just do. So like that's kind of on the least of our worries at this point in time. But you do have to wonder, like, if it gets even worse, like, and the grocery stores do ultimately shut down, like, what do you do?
Well, honestly, all right, so let's go through the list of options. The lips of options. You're clean, Darla. You're real clean. Wait. Now you're real clean. Let me just, little sanitizer on my... Yeah. You ever have a bidet? Whole bottle of water. Speaking of which, my sister and her husband have a bidet, and they also have an RGB lit toilet.
Wow.
It's pretty fancy. Yeah.
Yeah, so there you go. You don't need toilet paper when you got a bidet, dude.
My brother-in-law is like, all right, so I kind of love it at this point. Like, one of the last times I talked to him about it, it was a while ago. I'm sure the story's even evolved a little bit. And he was like, so I've learned that if you pre-rinse before you poop, it just makes things move a little easier, and the cleanup's even better at the end.
Wait, so he goes bidet, toilet, bidet?
He goes bidet, plop, bidet. Exactly.
He goes bidet, toilet, bidet, shower.
That's
wow.
it, dude. Yeah, I'm over here like, you an innovator. You saving that money, boy.
I mean,
that's efficiency. You using that water.
Yeah, the toilet paper thing is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, I saw there was some people that were trying to buy like specialty rolls of toilet paper because everything was sold out. So they're buying like Hunter's toilet paper that's like camouflage and stuff for like $15.99 for 2 rolls or something. Just crazy stuff.
I was gonna go into gas stations and start stealing those huge rolls.
In the stalls.
Start flipping them. Walk
there you
around
go.
like
There's a survival tip. You just go into the public restroom.
Any of us who have gamed in the past and who have experience going into rooms and looting chests and ransacking like wardrobes and shit. Oh yeah. Leave it to us. Leave it to us, pro looters. But yeah, okay. So let's start talking about wiping tactics. So wiping tactics 101. You don't need toilet paper. Toilet paper is simply a thinned out piece of paper. That is a luxury for our butts, but it's actually not that luxurious. It's just convenient because you don't have to wash it. Now you really want to get into some luxury, like a soft, beautiful hand towel. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. If you, okay, so if you have, I don't know, let's say a hand towel about yay big, and you can't clean your mess up with one side or even half of one side, you should have never been the kind of person to ever use toilet paper.
You should have never taken that shit in the first place.
You should have never ate that meal. We gotta hop on the DeLorean, fucking ball slam to 88 and go, wait. Future? I don't know.
Best?
Anyway.
It would be the past, so you don't eat that meal that caused that shit?
Past, but like, doesn't the DeLorean go to the... But then you have to... Whatever. Anyway, so many movies. Yeah, so like a really soft hand towel, amazing. Literally, it's like having an angelic puppy like your bum.
Do you warm the towel before you use it?
You don't have to. I find that it's very uncomfortable. I much prefer cold water on my butt. Like if you're going to like rinse it and wipe, you're gonna rinse the hand towel with cold water and then you're gonna swipe. If you put warm water on it, it feels like you're prolapsing and then licking yourself up and like sucking your own intestines back in. It's not natural. It's not a warm compress on your booty hole. Not natural, unless you're the kind of person that like the doctor like performs a colonoscopy and you come. If you're that kind of guy.
Oh, one of those guys.
Then maybe that might be a good thing for you, but... I love you, Doc! What? Nothing. I'm sorry.
Daddy Doc!
Daddy, chill.
Oh, man.
Okay, but that's option one, soft hand towel. You have like the backup, which is a beach towel. Because beach towels are huge, let's face it. You're gonna wipe with one corner and hold the thing up and be like, I'm a real piece of shit, no pun intended. It gets rough. The backup next to that, the equivalent, but not as, for some reason, not as embarrassing or like painful, would be the normal like shower towel, bathroom towel.
So now, do you floss with the towel, or is it more of a...
Oh, you can, yeah. If you're the kind of person where after you're done with toilet paper, you do like...
I feel like that'd be pretty messy, though.
No. You have to make sure that everything is really clean, and you just like flip it over, fold it over, and you can even like wet it a little bit. You can like wet one side of the, not too much. You can like wet it, do a little bit of the floss, and check it, and be like, yeah, okay. And then you can like flip it inside out and do it again just to dry everything off. And then you're like, you could eat this booty hole, man. You could chomp on this shit like a inverted ice pop. Like, it's clean, bro. You could perform surgery on my butthole, like open heart surgery for someone else, and my butthole is like the surgery table. It's clean, bro. So yeah, we have towels, hand towels, shirts, pants, and socks. Now pants, I feel like, oh man, if you got to use your pants, you're not doing good. But use the inside of your pants. Roll your pant leg inside out and wipe with it. Just in case it stains. It'll be hidden.
That's true. I feel like at that point, though, instead of sacrificing your clothing, you're just better off hopping in the shower and kind of fucking...
Waffle stomping it down the drain?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. When you were growing up, did you ever have like a plumbing problem and no one could flush for like a week?
I don't think so, no.
All right, we can move on.
I assume you did.
No, dude.
Not at all.
Nope.
You would think that most people would go out and start stocking up on like canned food and stuff. But when we went to the grocery store, I think it was yesterday or maybe the day before, there was tons of canned food there. There was actually a lot of food there. There was just not a lot of, like, chicken and ground beef.
So, like, are people panicking because there's a chance that there's, like, some serious shit at stake? But at the same time, they're like, well, if we end up in an apocalypse, you're not taking my microwave from me, you bitch.
Yeah.
Why would you not want non-perishables? Why would you not want, like, see that wall over there? I don't know, it might be Chef Boyardee, but guess what?
Well, and it's like, what happens if they cut the power?
That's exactly it. It's like, we may have an apocalypse going on, but goddamn, my Yamaha generator is rated for 20 years of consistent use. Like,
Yeah, you gonna keep pumping fuel into that thing?
exactly. It's like,
With the gas stations that won't be open?
can I just say that right now, the most sane people in the world are the doomsday preppers that are fucking, like, underground in their million fucking year worth of food hoarding station. They're underground in this protected fortress, chilling there, watching TV like, y'all fucking stupid. Y'all dumb too.
I told y'all. But it's so easy to say that, dude, because it's like, oh, the end of the world. I told you guys. I told you the end of the world was cut. It's like, of course, one day the fucking world's gonna end. Like, how can you fucking predict that, though? That's like predicting the lottery numbers.
But wouldn't it be nice to be like, you know what? Screw it. I have enough money. I'm going to build myself the exact house I want on the exact property I want with the exact garage I want. And also an underground refuge, an underground hideout, an underground place of solstice and sanctuary.
A secret fort. No girls allowed. You imagine?
Yeah, no, we wouldn't.
Bomb shelter. And there's a sign that says no girls allowed on the outside.
Go straight back to, we need alfalfa.
Help! Help! Open up! Get the fuck out of here.
What do you identify as, ma'am? I'm a woman. Rotten hell!
No girls allowed.
Are you my mommy? No. We don't want your fucking cooties. She-bro.
So yeah, man, I would really stock up on the things that are going to be essential for survival if you have to go out in, like, the woods. You know what I mean? Because, like, we all know, like, we've all seen the movies, you know? We all know, like, what happens. So
The Walking Dead.
yeah, man. I mean, you're going to be it sucks to say, but you'll be a lot safer in the middle of the woods than you will be in all the congested cities where all the supplies and everything. But it's a double-edged sword, because it's like, then you leave and then you don't have the supplies, you know?
Yeah, you would need a lot. So imagine the human centipede, except you do that with wheelbarrows.
What is it?
I said, imagine the human centipede, except you do that with wheelbarrows and you fill them with cans.
I'm trying to visualize how they'd attach to one another.
I don't know, like a Reese hitch. Oh, wait. Your face, dude. There's genuine
It's
concern.
almost
I'm
like
okay.
your ass just said, I'm sorry.
I apologize.
That's basically what it was.
My condolences.
I would probably maybe get some lighters, some candles.
I feel like we should leave this to the pros, though. Like, we got to call in a doomsday prepper and be like, hey, man, yo, taste the tea. Hit him with the truth. And then he'd be like, man, listen here. Everything you know don't matter. Fuck your cell phone. That shit just slow you down. Fuck all the electronics. That shit just slow you down. Like that man said, all you need is a lighter. You need a knife. If you can get it, you get a gun. Maybe a crossbow or something. You need something to defend yourself with. Keep yourself sustained, bitch. All right? And then you need as much food as you can get. You can live off a canned food for a week. One can.
That's the other thing too, dude. It's like at that point, do people just lose all sense of humanity and they're like, "Fuck you, dude! I'm taking your food and all this shit," and like, you know what I mean? Or is it? Do we come together as the human race and we overcome and we work together to get through this time?
80% people at the bare minimum will all be like, "Yep, fuck you. I'm taking your food, and also I'll probably just kill you." Like 80% of people are going to last man standing, out for themselves, do not give a shit. And we are, I mean, if say like, I feel like we're going from like coronavirus evolution to like what would happen if we actually encountered like a worldwide epidemic. Like,
but that's what this is.
I know it quote unquote is, but we don't have people fucking running around puking their brains out and other people shooting people right now. You know what I mean? It's
but
calm.
Now what's happening is everybody's being put in their houses. They're not allowed to go to gatherings of more than 10 people. And like, who knows how much crazier it's going to get with these rules. Now it's getting to the point where people have to stay home. They can't work. That means that they're not going to be able to pay their bills. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna fuck a lot of people. There's gonna be so many people that like lose their house or like get kicked out of the fucking apartment, or like, I know that they're suspending some mortgages and some rents, but if it doesn't happen fucking everywhere, then, you know, how many people is this really gonna fucking screw over? And then all of those people are out on the street. The prices of everything is about to like tank. But the price of food is going to go up.
Ability to work will go down. Cost of transportation will go way down. Cost of living and sustaining life will go up. This is going to be a weird shift. So if I really put myself in a situation, if everyone does it right, this could literally be a way to beat obesity.
Yeah, that must be what it is. It's a dietary reset for the whole human race.
Your money or your life! Perfect.
Your money or your wife! Ooh, it's BPA free water.
Balls, pussy, and ass. Tastes just like camp. Yeah, but it's I mean, the entire coronavirus thing, I feel that I'm the kind of person to just like sit back and watch and be like, what the fuck? Like I'm just literally just sitting back and watching, and I'm doing what I can to make sure that, God forbid, anything comes my way, I'm okay for the most part. You know what I mean? Like disinfecting shit after my customers get done using it, or you know what I mean? Like this, like washing my hands consistently, trying to keep my fucking hands away from my face, which isn't always the easiest, but I try. But it's wild. It's just.
At the same time, it's also difficult to 100% believe everything that goes on because of the way that the media fucks everything up, you know?
Because they're fucking awful.
So it's
because even in a fucking epidemic, they are still out for viewers, man. Mm-hmm. They still want as many viewers and as big of an audience as they can get, because that's all the fucking money pit is fucking about. That's it. It's not, as we brushed up upon, it's not a way to get people. Did you hear my Old Man Wheeze? It's not a way to transfer. I can do. It's not a way.
Gerald. Gerald.
Oh, Gerald, I love you. Oh, Gerald. There's nothing in this world I want for you. It's for you to experience my moisture one last time. what you used to call my muffin.
My moist muffin.
You'd split it open with your tongue and fill it with your man butter. Look at this. You know, I may not be an alcohol drinking man, but goddamn, I like to party.
Wow.
You ever get a buzz off sweet tea, son?
Nope.
You ain't never experienced high blood pressure then. It's fucking exhilarating. And really cold. Cold everywhere. I'm ready.
Poopy Goldberg.
Oh, it's cold everywhere in my head, my chin. I didn't think it would be as bad. Yeah, you know what? The worst, I think the number worst, the number one. The worst thing about getting older is your body becoming more sensitive.
Yeah. You know what, dude? I do find myself every time I'm like sitting down or hunching over now, I go like I'm gearing up to do a fucking... No, that's literally what I do, dude.
Okay, I thought you were cracking
No,
on me.
no, I'm not cracking on you. I literally... Or getting up, I'm like...
Yeah. I find that
like I'm
years
exerting so much energy to get my fat ass up.
I mean, you probably are. It's more strain than exertion. But I find that at 16 years old, I could eat like a gallon of ice cream and be like, oh man, that's a sweet little snack. I think I'm ready for dinner. And then eat 10 packs of ramen and be like, fuck, dude. That's so much energy. Let me just chug 2 gallons of water. And I'd chug 2 gallons of water and be like, I'm still thirsty. I'll just have a gallon of milk. And then I drink a gallon of milk and be like, pretty hungry again. And eat 10 Hot Pockets and then be like, fuck, I can't sleep, dude. What should I do? And then go run 6 miles. Now I'm almost 30 years old. And if I have a cup of sweet tea, anytime before 9 o'clock, I'm in a coma. And if I have a cup of sweet tea after 10 o'clock, it's a melatonin.
Hiya, Georgie.
Hiya, Georgie. Hi.
Do you like
Hiya, Georgie.
popcorn?
Do you like popcorn? Ooh, I like
Popcorn?
popcorn. Popcorn?
Are there any good movies coming out lately? I like horror movies. I don't know about you.
I love horror movies. I find they're the most immersive. Yep. That was all the shit from the D-bag. It was pretty good, though. Yeah, that's my thing. Like, I like horror and thriller because they're the most... They're suspenseful, but for me, it's all about immersion anymore. Like, you know, when I was 15 years old, you could literally put anything on it and I'd be like... But now, I'm like, you literally put anything on and I'm like... It's just hard. It's hard for me to find something that I'm truly interested in that really, like, captures my attention. So I like a good old horror or thriller, something written really well and portrayed really well. Because it's... I fucking love being drawn in, man. I love being like, yo, this bitch is crazy. She gonna die. Oh, shit. She didn't die. Oh, fuck. He on the roof? Oh, how the hell he get on the roof? You know what I mean? Like, or like, shit, like 28 weeks later, 28 days later. I loved that shit.
Yeah, it's like you can't really find anybody that comes out with like a new concept for a movie like that anymore. It's a lot of the same recycled stuff, which is fine. Like, I can watch a movie about somebody driving a car in the middle of nowhere, breaking down, and somebody in the middle of the woods trying to fuck them over, like, over and over and over and over again. Like, I can do it. I don't know why. It just interests the fuck out of me. But what really gets my gears grinding is when you got something where you're like, what the fuck is about to happen? One of the movies that I recently just saw that just came out, The Invisible Man, was like one of those. It was one of those movies, dude.
Did you see the old one? Not the old one, but the old one with Kevin Bacon.
That's
'Cause there
interesting.
was-
I didn't know that existed, so I'll have to go back and watch that now.
Such a good fucking movie. I don't think it's called The Invisible Man, but he does something that he gets this like genetic mutation where he is fucking invisible.
Mm-hmm.
And in the beginning of the movie, he's a good guy. By the end of the movie, he's not a good guy.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty sweet. Let me look it up. I don't remember.
Let's see what we got here. We've got
Hollow Man.
oh, Hollow Man. Never heard of that.
Hollow Man is a year 2000 sci-fi thriller directed by Paul Verhoeven and starring Kevin Bacon, Elizabeth Shue, and Josh Brolin. Your boy Brolin.
Interesting. So I guess it's not an original concept like I thought it was. See, there's another great example.
Yeah. Obviously, they portrayed it well. If you watched it and you thought it was awesome, but I have to ask: is the writing similar? Is it like The Invisible Man, and then there's a main woman lead, and there's a good guy mashing there somewhere, but it like starts off with like this like lab experiment, or it's like science related somehow, and he ends up with that ability, and he ends up being a bad man.
It's pretty different than that. What's the lead woman's role in that Kevin Bacon movie? What like is her?
I think she used to be with Kevin Bacon, but now she works with him in the lab.
Okay, no, it's different then.
I'm gonna watch that trailer again. But I will say,
If you want, we could watch the Invisible Man trailer on the watch together.
Yeah, sure, dude. Let's just bring it up. Hold on, You know what we'll do? Let's do Hollow Man trailer first, because I want you to see it. I'm more interested in your reaction. Oh my god. Is this it? Is this the watch together?
Yep.
Okay.
Morning, sir.
I don't know why that always happens.
Your team's in earlier today. Something special going on? Sorry, Ed.
I love Kevin Bacon. He's a fucking great actor.
If we're gonna move forward, this is the next logical step.
We're ready for you.
Are you sure?
Positive. Here goes nothing.
Look at little baby Brolin.
Sebastian? Are you in here?
Oh.
So, what's it like being a ghost?
Ghost or dead? I'm very much alive.
The question is,
Makes me
what
so
would you
uncomfortable
do
watching
if
him
you
cut
knew
around the
everything?
eyes.
Dude, that's weird.
You trust your eyes.
You trust your eyes.
You rely
on your senses.
Sebastian, this is
I'd love
not
doing
funny.
that. You think you're alone.
Why did you have to go out in public?
Why did you have to fart in public?
I have no idea what it's like. The power of it, the freedom. It's amazing what you can do when you don't have to look at yourself in the mirror anymore.
Okay, Sebastian, fun's over. Tell us where you are.
Alright, Linda.
You'll never be sure.
You'll never be sure again.
He could be here. He could be anywhere.
There's more to fear than you can see.
You gotta love the 2000s
No idea.
and the 90s, like, just the way that everything was made.
I 100% agree with that. I think about it consistently when I like get into movies and shit. It's not the same, and I loved it. I did. I loved the trailers, how they weren't too revealing. Now you watch a trailer, you watch the whole fucking movie.
I
Almost,
know, you
a
don't
lot of
even
the
have to
time.
go and see it.
Yeah, you're like, all right, that's a good one. All right,
Because it's not, the movies now aren't that great, so they just take the best parts out of it and just throw it right in the trailer.
and like
Coming to a theater near you.
Like the narration was awesome, and they just did away with all of that.
Yeah. Alright, let's check out The Invisible Man. Yeah, that one is different because it's based on like him having a genetic mutation or something like that. And The Invisible Man is about this dude who works for an optical company. And I don't want to give too much away.
Oh, this chick is awesome. No, you can go ahead and give it all away. You've already done it before.
Well, I don't want anybody who's watching who might want to
Then-
see the movie.
Well, then you go, spoiler alert.
Adrian. He was so serious. He said that I could never leave him. He controlled how I looked and what I wore. Then I was controlling when I left the house. And eventually, what I
Well,
thought.
sounds a lot like something else to me.
I'm sorry. I
Damn,
can't
Doberman.
with me. I'm not gonna leave you with that thing on. Are you okay? What happened to him?
Adrian's dead.
Listen, you're getting your freedom back, okay?
She wears the same exact
He said
underwear.
that wherever I went, he would find me.
Same size?
Walk right up to me, and I wouldn't be able to see him.
Definitely way
Adrian
smaller.
is
I'm
dead.
like,
He's not dead.
Huge
He
baby
has
penis.
figured out a way to be invisible.
Are you okay?
He's sitting in that chair.
oh my god. This is so good. Ah! That's a scary ass angle.
Yeah, dude.
Why? Why did his face look like corduroy pants?
Why?
That's bad. That's bad editing right there, man. Like he looks like a.
No,
Convert-
so spoiler alert. So turn this off if you don't want it to be spoiled, but so basically
It's a suit.
it's a suit. This guy works for this optical company.
Oh, and like the light passes through him or whatever, and
It's all cameras, dude. It's nutty. It's nutty. It's a great movie.
it sounds great. She's an
Yeah.
awesome actress. I have to say that she deserves an absolute amount of love
And
for her.
Blumhouse, anytime I watch something that Blumhouse works on, regardless if it's like some stupid little low budget thing or if it's something like this where there's a lot of anticipation and tons of box office sales and all of that, they just, every time they just slay it. I don't know what it is about that company, but everything they touch is always usually pretty decent.
All right, I want to watch The Invisible Man. Let's see if I can do that. Prime Video. How much will that be? Pre-order. I want to watch it, bitch. You went to the theaters and watched it?
Yeah, we watched it in the theater.
Okay.
I think it was like the second day it came out or something.
Which would have been early March, late Feb.
Yeah.
Damn it.
They also came out with a Grudge remake.
A Grudge remake? I thought it was another Grudge, a Grudge sequel.
No, it was just the regular Grudge. From the 2004 remake. They remade it this year. Which I don't think anybody saw that coming. Because it's like, who asked for that?
Because it was fucking good. Like, Grudge 1 was like... I remember the first time I watched it, I got done, and I had, like, that burdening, like, horrific feeling in my chest. I'm like, fuck this. And
it
like,
was it was just like... I guess because I was so much younger at the time when it came out, it was so much creepier just because of that, you know, like, fucking... and that thing coming down the stairs with its neck cracking and shit. But, like, now it just seems so stupid. The Turning. This has got this looks like it's got the kid from Stranger Things in it. The kid who plays Mike in Stranger Things. He also was in the It movie remake.
I am genuinely excited to see Bloodshot with Vin Diesel.
What's that about?
He is the ultimate weapon, based on a best-selling comic book. He stars as Ray Garrison, a soldier. Like, he recently dies. Garrison? He dies and then becomes like this. He's like brought back as a superhero that, like, if a bullet goes through him and fucking like blasts his head off, half his head off, it heals itself.
Yeah, the Turning seems like it's a pretty interesting. That came out on January 24th.
Look at Brahms, The Boy 2.
Yeah. I've actually been trying to see that. I wanted to go to the theater and see it, and they got it out of the theater already. So now I have to wait for them to get it on streaming platforms, which I think that they might have it.
I'm playing it. You see it?
Jude, I'm home.
You got it?
Jude.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Katie Holmes? No. Yeah.
It's fun to be scared sometimes, huh?
Have you seen the first one?
It's bad.
It's just, you know.
It's pretty violent.
No.
I understand
Ew,
that some of
STX, I know what that stands
behaviors
for.
would be upsetting,
That's
but
gross.
I urge you to find a place where he feels safe. I think it will be good for him. Good for all
Suck
of us.
this xylophone.
Oh my goodness.
I don't
look at
know.
that.
It's just,
That must be the man.
I don't know.
Come on, Jude.
Hey, Jude.
It looks like he was broken before.
Oh, God.
Put back together.
Who's this handsome chap?
Brahms.
How'd you come up with that?
He tells me all sorts of things.
Okay.
I just think it's all a little bit creepy.
Is this your new friend Brahms? What are some of the things you talk about?
The other families he's lived with.
Want to take the doll away from him?
Yes.
It's just a whisper first.
Something is happening to him.
He knew your boy would find him.
love you, Mommy.
I love you.
Yeah, I mean, it looks okay. I saw the first one.
Is the first one good?
The first one was okay. You know what I'd really like to see? I just thought of this. I don't know why when we were watching that trailer. Could you imagine? Did you ever used to read Goosebumps as a kid?
Don't even tease me.
So they used to have all those
Love
books,
Goosebumps.
and then they had the
Movies.
old TV shows as well, like the little 30-minute segments. I would really enjoy seeing somebody like James Wan. I wouldn't even go as far as to say Rob Zombie, but he's a little too grotesque, I think, for it. But like somebody like James Wan, I think would really be able to portray it well. The guy that did the Insidious movies, and that would be really, really interesting.
What, make it more horror-based?
Well, no, just taking R.L. Stein's TV shows and the books and all of that, and you could literally make movies out of every single one. You know what I mean? And just, you know, put your own little spin on it, make it an hour and a half long. But like, there was so many good, from what I remember in my childhood, so many good Goosebumps, like 30-minute TV show. They had the Night of the Living Dummy. Did you ever see the one where they had the old ladies? They were like grandmas, and the grandson was like staying over for like the week or something, and she makes them these like weird cookies, and they eat them, and they have prunes in them, and they like make the kids age or whatever. And then it's really because this grandma is trying to make her grandson and her grandson's friend old enough so that her bingo gals that come over can take them and use them as like husbands or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, you imagine how funny that would be, but at the same time, how serious you could make it if somebody like James Wan, or like, who was the guy that did Us, and what's that other movie where they're like sink into the floor?
Oh my god!
Sink.
What movie is that?
You know what I'm talking about, though. I think it's Jordan.
Yeah.
Is it Jordan Peele?
Then it must be something different, because I'm thinking of an older movie, not The House of Wax.
No.
I'm thinking of something else. But for me personally, it would have to still hold
Get Out. That's what it is.
It would have to still hold that innocence. Like, Goosebumps has this really awesome innocence to it, and I feel like that's why it's so enjoyable to watch, because it really portrays R.L. Stein's perspective, and his perspective is, it really does sprout from like innocence and creativity, with that mystery and like thriller spook. My fucking all-time favorite clip or video or episode or whatever it was the one with the plants in the basement, and
I think I know which one you're talking
killed by
about.
one of the plants or something, and the one of the plant like takes him over, and he like aggressively just like eats like spinach and like plants and all this crap, and he like completely transforms how he is. He's like this like amazing dad all of a sudden, instead of this like strict hardworking dad. And like the kids like figure that out, and I think they ended up like killing him or something. I loved that one, dude. I've watched that so many times.
I'm surprised that nobody's going there for inspiration, because there's so many
people don't have enough fucking integrity. I feel that like nowadays it's all about how fucking cool can we make it, how scary can we make it, how this can we make it. Like, stop trying to top the charts and just make it genuine. You know what I mean? R.L. Stein he's a genuine writer. He's you could read one of his books today and be like, that was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fucking 2020. You know what I mean? It's not like you read the book and there's like these super gory pictures and there's like this super traumatic story. No, it's just interesting writing.
Right.
Interesting.
He focused on a lot of the details that like were horrific, but at the same time they weren't like grotesque like they have to be displayed in movies today. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he really made a video for you. Like, he really made a movie. He really made a world. He He told a fucking story, man. He created a whole other universe with each and every one of his stories.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah, so that would be pretty neat to see. I don't know if it'll ever happen, but it would be pretty
I
neat.
enjoy the fact that the only R.L. Stine movies that have come out recently had Jack Black in them.
Oh yeah, that's right. In the new Goosebumps movies. See, but I didn't see the Goosebumps movies, but like what was that all about? Do you have any idea?
I enjoyed them. I watched both of them. I don't remember them very, very well, but the first one was like there was this book and all of like R.L. Stine's like stories were in this book.
That's what I thought it was gonna be, and that's why I was kind of like, I don't really like the concept. You're gonna have werewolves and this fucking weird mask thing and the plants and like just all this crazy shit thrown out into one, which is cool, I guess, but like I would much rather just like to see all of those situations in their own little dynamic, you know? It just doesn't like, it's too much.
But I think it's a must-watch simply because the only reason that it was saved is because they casted Jack Black.
Probably. That, and I guess if you were a kid and you grew up on it, it would be kind of cool for you to go and watch that movie and see all of like the old stories and all of that, yeah.
Dude, it's amazing. Like just seeing anything derivative of R.L. Stine. It really is. Like I have a deep appreciation for it because it was something that I hold true to my heart that I watched growing up, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's this other one that came out called The Lodge. And it's about...
Yo, did you ever see Cabin Fever?
Yeah. Snowed in at an isolated cabin with her fiance's children, Grace has to find a way to navigate the tricky new relationships while also facing the threats from her dark past.
That's from 2019, brother. Where's the watch together? Hey!
I don't know why it's on this list then.
Here. Let's view it anyway. You get it?
Yeah. Was the trailer uploaded in 2019?
It just says it's a 2019 movie, dude. Fall of 2019, I think it says.
How would you feel about going to the mountains for Christmas?
Oh, he's in it. Stranger Things kid.
She really wants to get to know you guys.
Ooh, I want to pause this really fast. Have you ever seen the movie? You know what? Without even asking about the movie, I'll just quote something from it. Dennis!
Nope.
Dreamcatcher.
Nope, never heard of it.
You gotta watch Dreamcatcher.
I'm gonna restart this just because I wasn't on the video screen.
Ooby ooby doo, where are you? We have some oak to do now.
Oak.
Curse of Oak Island.
You ready?
I hit play, yeah.
You ready, girl?
Very good.
No, I haven't seen. I don't think I've seen this trailer either.
You get to save money on your extended warranty.
How would you feel about going to the mountains for Christmas with Grace? She really wants to get to know you guys.
This segment will be Make Thriller Great Again.
That's our mom's hat.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You okay? I don't want to leave you here with the kids if you're not feeling up to it.
I'm feeling fine. It was my idea, and it took a couple days. I can do a couple days.
Okay, guys, I'm off.
Yeah, that's a sweet lodge.
Have fun.
What is that?
It's Grace.
Everyone committed suicide except for her.
Repent, and you will find salvation.
Guys! Things are very uncomfortable between us, and we're stuck in a house together. What is this? The power's out. Where are my things? It makes no sense. What? I heard something.
Repent.
Hello? Did you do that?
We didn't do anything.
We're leaving.
What are you talking about? Look outside. We're stuck here.
Please help me. It's okay. Trust me. You have nothing to be scared about.
I couldn't really draw what it's even about, which is somewhat good, you know.
That's horrifying, man. I feel like that would be consistently. I like movies that are up and down. I really like movies that like you're floating along, like you know, like watching them go about their lives or like do whatever they're doing, you know, completely, and then like all of a sudden it's like, oh fuck, you know what I mean? And then it gets back to like being okay. I don't like constantly heavy and like fucking horrific. It's not the kind of horror I like going for. So I definitely want to watch this, but I feel that I would turn it off halfway through. I feel that it would just be like another scary thing, another scary thing, another scary thing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to see it. We'll have to watch it.
What else do we got here?
Mike and Brandon's pre-watch movie reviews. Thriller movies for 2020. The Woman in the Window. That doesn't sound scary. It could be a lot of things. Oh, I genuinely want to watch Underwater, dude. That looks good. It's nice to see Kristen Stewart. Sorry. It's nice to see Kristen Stewart doing anything that's not vampire related. It just sucks when people get like stuck into a little stigma.
Yeah.
Like the kid from Harry Potter. I always forget his friggin' name.
Daniel Radcliffe.
Like Daniel Radcliffe. You know, it was nice. He's just Harry Potter. You know, because he's just done it for so long.
Daniel Radcliffe.
You see him in another movie, and it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't really get into The Woman in Black with him. He forever in my mind, like he's a good actor, I think, but he'll always be Harry Potter to me, you know. You can't make 8 Harry Potter films or however many he has now and not expect to be the Harry Potter kid.
Yeah, it's almost like watching your brother act.
But at the same time, you have to give him props, because if he were to have like said fuck this, I'm not coming back for a 4th Harry Potter movie, the whole fucking thing would have been fucked, you know? It never would have been the same if somebody tried to replace Daniel Radcliffe as Harry Potter. It never would have happened.
Alright, let's watch the Grudgy Boy. Yeah, but so if someone does something for so long in the film industry, you know, like him, he started as a little kid and we grew up with him, watching him grow up as Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm.
So literally in our experiences, we watched him grow up. That's it. We watched him grow up as Harry Potter. So seeing him in anything else is just like seeing your brother who grew up right next to you act. You know, it's like watching your brother try to play detective. You're like, that's my brother. Like, that's not really detective. I'm not seeing what you're seeing. And that's exactly how I feel about Daniel Radcliffe. Anytime I see him in something else, I'm like, it's fucking Harry Potter. Like, he's got a scar right there. He's just got makeup over it because that's Harry Potter.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's you can't watch him play detective because you're like, the fuck you gonna do? You gonna cast a spell on this bitch?
Mm-hmm.
It's just, you know, it's just who he is. He's got a persona in the Hollywood world. Are you ready?
Yep. I like this lady too.
Yeah, I gotta be honest, if Kate and I weren't getting married, I'd be all over that woman. I like him at least 70 years old.
Hello, it's Peter Spencer.
I like him with as many miles on him as all my vehicles put together, times 2.
Anyone home?
Is that Harold? It is.
Harold and Kumar.
This is Detective Muldoon.
Why does everything has to be yellow?
Happened to me at 44 Rayburn Drive.
I liked the whole you watch this tape and you die after 7 days thing.
Why did you never go into that place?
Something never felt right about it.
Looks like we got another one.
Do you think that the body we found's related? Hello? I went to the house. Hello? Police department. I think something followed me home.
Mommy, what's going on?
Ew.
What's wrong?
We need to leave.
Ew.
Count me in, dude. That looks good. Oh, that looks good. That they shouldn't have done that. That was you can't pull something that direct from the old movie.
I know. Just some.
But that looks good, man.
Money grabs. All it is, money grabs.
Yep. Oh man, I cannot wait to see that. I gotta watch that. Jesus.
Blumhouse should have did that.
The Grudge 2020. Watch.
Watch.
How much? $15. Fuck you. I don't want to pay 15 bucks.
Fuck you. I don't want to pay for your movie. Fuck you.
There's 2020 for you, dude. I just want to watch it on Netflix. I pay $15
Well, it does
a month.
also bring a very, very great topic of discussion up, which is why are they still charging $15 to watch a goddamn movie from home in 2020? Dude, that app, I don't know if you have it, but I have it. It's called Tubi. Tubi. And you can get it on... Yeah, you can get it on your smart TV, or I think you can get it on your phone, or you can even probably watch it on the computer. But they have over 60,000 movies and TV shows that you can watch for free. It's a super easy download, and the only catch is there's ads every, so often. And for me, I'm like, I was raised on fucking commercials, baby. I'm used to 20 minutes of the actual show, 10 minutes of commercial. You know what I mean? That's how it was for me. So I don't give a shit. Put 90-second ads in between every half hour of the movie. I don't care. That's the way that it should be. Why nobody's gonna pay $15 to watch your stupid movie. Unless they've got fuck you money, which the vast majority of us, especially during the worst economy in you know what I mean? This is going to be terrible. Yeah. Who the fuck's going to be paying $15 to watch The Grudge on Amazon Prime? Not me.
I genuinely miss getting drawn into a TV experience. So I feel that the convenience of the when and where being put in our hands has really drawn me from the enjoyment of television and movies and shows. Because when you had to, you knew that this movie was going to be playing at 8:45 on this channel, and it was a 2-hour movie, and you were like, okay, from 8:45 to 10:45, I am busy.
Mm-hmm.
And it was awesome because you couldn't fucking pause it. You couldn't fucking rewind. If you missed something, someone else had to tell you about it, or you had to wait until the next time it came around.
Right.
Which could have been tomorrow night, could have been 2 weeks. You didn't know. And when the movie, when they had a commercial break, you were up off the fucking couch. You were racing your ass into the kitchen, getting anyone drinks and snacks if they wanted them. Everyone was taking a piss, maybe a shit, saving the shit for last, and you were movie's back on in 30 seconds! And then people were running back in, jumping over the couch, and It's great, man.
Yeah, they really ruined the whole experience of what it is to watch movies and television shows.
Just for convenience. You know? Just for the convenience.
And now it's to the point where you go on there and you're spending 3 hours just trying to find something to watch because you've already watched everything.
Yeah. Yes, exactly, dude. It was gonna happen sooner or later, but it still sucks. It still sucks.
Which really does suck, because if you think about it, like, I've watched everything. How sad is that? You know what I mean? How many titles are there? I mean, I guess I can't say that I've watched everything. I've watched everything in the specific genres that I want to watch. You know what I mean?
Exactly, but you've burnt it out.
Right, and there's not enough supply to meet the demand for, I think, the average. Like, for me, before I go to sleep every night, best believe I'm watching like 2 hours of television. And now it's not television anymore. It's YouTube and streaming platforms.
And it's shit that has no depth, you know what I mean? Like, I feel that the stuff we used to watch growing up was actually kind of stimulating. I don't know. I don't know why, but it just was. You know, you'd either be watching something that stimulated the creative parts of your mind or something that stimulated emotion. And now, you know, when you go to watch something, it's like, it's fucking memes and it's you know, video memes and
it's just
stupid, irrelevant videos, and they're shallow.
There's no good moral substance in any of it. Like, a lot of the TV shows that I watched when I was younger, like The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air or Full House or Family Matters or The Munsters or Leave It to Beaver, if we want to go that far back, you know, like, they were all shows that had tons of episodes about tons of different situations, and they all basically had some sort of a lesson to be learned from them. And now it's like you watch a television show and it's either reality television, which you know isn't reality, and it's all fabricated and teaches you nothing at all.
Nookie life.
Or you're watching something that's just like, it doesn't teach all of those things that we were brought up on. It kind of is just like
value.
Yeah. It's just, it kind of seems all mass produced just to be there, just to give you something, you know?
Now it's all about special effects and the wow factor and view count. It's not about what can we make for the audience that we could play in front of the audience and watch the entire audience become captivated. Now it's, what can we make that people will tell other people about, that will get as many people in here as possible? You know what I mean? What would be the biggest box office hit versus how can we get the most amazing crew together?
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I love the cast of almost, it could have been, you know, it could be a circumstantial fact, but I feel that I love the cast of so many movies growing up. Now I do not give a shit 90% of the time. Like, I see this, like the girl from Invisible Man.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate her the same way I appreciate the actors and actresses I watched growing up, because she really does seem like a genuinely invested actress. She seems like she really cares about her job. She loves her job. She puts her all into her work, because anytime you see her in a role, no matter how different it is, she I don't know, she just delivers, and you can like feel the conviction from her. And she's played some interesting roles. But a lot of actors, I don't know, they don't captivate me. They're just a person who's at the right spot at the right time. They're not Jim Carrey. They're not Robin Williams. They're not, you know, people like what the hell is his name? Robert Redford. People like Sean Connery. You know, people like Pierce Brosnan. Characters that you see them come on TV, no matter what role they're playing, you were like, you are fucking immersed into this experience. You know, now people just blend in and they're a dime a dozen. You know, and I really gotta share. Do you have something to say? You want me to pause?
Well, I was just going to say, it seems like a lot, at least with the streaming platforms, the movies are going to the point where there's a lot more independent films being made. And with that, it seems like they're obviously not hiring actors because they can't really afford that with their budget, so they're kind of just taking what they can get at that point. And I like, part of me wonders like what the process is for finding those actors. How many people do they possibly go through before they find the one that's going to play that role? You know what I mean? And it's like, what would be really beneficial is to have a platform for those independent companies to go on and say, this is what I'm looking for. Can you be that person? And then at least you have an entire online database of people who are genuinely invested in this because they want to be an actor and they want roles and they want parts, so they're on there. And then, you know what I mean? And they very well could have that already. I'm not in the industry, I wouldn't know. But
you know what I'm really tired of? Growing up. So here to me is a prime example of the way things have gone and the way things have evolved from a viewer's perspective. Not from a director's, producer's, actor's, from a viewer's perspective, because that's the only experience I have in the film industry. Other than one experience we could really joke about, not porn. The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. All right, I'm really gonna spell this out. Dwayne The Rock Johnson, you know, he started his career as a WWE wrestler and ended up, you know, very successful, just like his father, and became an actor. And when he started his acting career, his roles were of like story and character influence significance. You know, you ever see Walking Tall? It may not have been the most financially successful movie, but have you ever seen it?
Mm-mm.
Walking Tall with The Rock. You gotta watch it. He used to play in movies where he could play in 5 different movies in a year, and each single one was totally different. 20 minutes into the movie, you forgot about the last movie. You know what I mean? It was just, everything was so unique. Now, all the way to now, despite the story of the movie, any fucking film you see cast with Dwayne The Rock Johnson has a shit ton of jumping, running, arm swinging, wrestling, beating, action, fucking shit being blown up, cars being driven. What happened?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck happened? I watched the movie The Tower not too long ago. There was more action in it than there was girth and investment in the story. I didn't genuinely believe that, you know, he needed to save his family. I genuinely just saw this actor who's getting paid a fortune to do the same thing over and fucking over again with a different name tag on,
mm-hmm.
versus performing the same job over and over again in a completely different evolved story.
Mm-hmm.
And I try to have this conversation all the time. And I'm not reflecting my opinion on Dwayne. I think he is a fucking awesome dude from a viewer's perspective. If, you know, and he's a professional actor. We don't know how any of these people actually are. But based on like really paying attention to little mannerisms and such, in pretty much everything I've ever seen him in, he seems like he could very well potentially be a pretty damn good dude. A pretty honest dude, a pretty straightforward dude. Probably got a big old bull-sized ego. You can't be that individual and not have this switch you can just flip and be like,
right.
You know, I got the Lambo, I got the guns, I got the big old dong, and I got fucking, you know what I mean? Like, but he just seemed like an awesome guy. I'm simply just reflecting upon his choice for jobs. Like, I just don't see the uniqueness, the value in all these things that there used to be, and I really wish we could see one, like, what were those producers called? The Burnhouse, what were they?
Blumhouse.
I agree. Anything I've ever seen Blumhouse do, let's look them up. Awesome. We need more opportunities like what Blumhouse offers.
So I think that would come down to there's actors that get really passionate about the idea of creating a movie that's really amazing and unique and captivating and all of that. So you have somebody like, I think his name's John Krasinski.
It's John Krasinski, yeah.
That we were talking about last week as well. Like he's coming
from
right, exactly. Now he's directed his own movie that he starred in with his fiance, which is A Quiet Place, and they're coming out with A Quiet Place 2 this year, which were both really fantastic films.
Then you get out the air horn.
But I think that there's also a big chunk of actors that just do not care. They're just really there to make their money, and that's it, you know?
They just want to be famous. They just want screen time.
They could give a fuck about how good it is, the content that they're actually producing. They just want to show up and get paid. So, and that's like the unfortunate part about it, because we have a bunch of people in Hollywood that really should not be there because they're not creative at all. And that because of the connections they've built and because of their past experiences, they get all of the limelight, which is fine, deserved, I guess. But I don't know. I guess moving forward, we'll be able to see smaller content creators that actually give a shit thrive, especially with platforms like Netflix. Like, what other platform in the world can you basically go and film your own movie and get $1 million deal for it like that when you're a Joe Blow? You know, with a no budget, you're filming it on an iPhone, like as low budget as you can possibly get. Like, that's the time period that we live in now, where it's possible for you to get that deal. The guy that directed Creep on Netflix, which is a very low budget indie movie on Netflix, it's really good if you haven't seen that.
Yeah, I think we talked about this, and I think I have seen it.
It's about this guy that is in a cabin in the middle of the woods by himself, and he posts an ad on Craigslist saying that he needs help from a videographer and will pay cash.
Oh, I have seen that. That is a fantastic movie, dude. Fantastic movie.
I don't think that
though?
They spent more than 10 grand or something like that to make that, and I think Netflix paid them $3 million for that movie. And they made a second one.
Makes me fucking uncomfortable.
That guy directed it and wrote it. That's who. Yeah. So it is amazing because he didn't. That camera that they used, it looks like an old camera, dude. It doesn't even look like it's an expensive camera. Which, I mean, the Blair Witch Project. I didn't know there was a Creep too. Oh yeah.
Where is it? I gotta watch that, dude.
That's probably on Netflix. No fucking way. That one was, and you know what? Typically, when someone makes a remake of something like that or a number 2, it's terrible. This one was fantastic.
Fuck yeah. They still had more in them. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna have to see that. And I love that. I really do. That's so fucking sweet. I'm just tired of like going through the list of movies on Netflix, and I'm like, this one's going to have romance in it. They're going to get married and they're going to fall in love. There's going to be a lot of things in between that make one or the other doubt their love and doubt the consistency and doubt whether it's going to happen. But in the end, they're going to play romantic music and they're going to go away in a horse and a carriage and roll credits, boom. And then this one, I'm like, okay, you know, there's going to be raping, pillaging, murdering, and violence and bloodshed. And, you know, there's going to be a battle between two different factions and one of them's going to win. Boom, roll on. Oh, this one's going to have a ton of shooting, a ton of explosions. And it's just like, they're all so damn predictable, man. It would be so nice to know that I have not an unlimited, but I have like an awesome quantity of movies on tap that are just insanely. Have you ever seen the movie Rose Red? Stephen King. You gotta watch it. Did you know that it's like 8 hours long?
Wow.
Or it's like 4 hours. It might be like 4 hours. But it's a big movie. It was like a shit ton of DVDs when it actually played. I think it's 4 parts and it's like an hour each part. Hold on. Rose Red runtime. Okay, I was a little off. But not really, actually. 255 minutes. 2 hours is 120. That's 2 hours and 15 minutes. Or no, 4 hours. Sorry, 4 hours and 15 minutes. Sorry. You genius, boy. You genius. But it's an awesome movie. And the fact that it is from 2002, it was considered a miniseries, and it is 4 hours. But you could literally keep watching it until the end and like separate it into 4 nights in a row. That's awesome. There's no way. Half of these movies that I watch on Netflix or like Hulu, they're lucky. Not they're lucky, but I'm lucky if I can stay interested for 30 minutes. You know? It's we gotta really come up with like this little incredibly dope podcast like blog for like movies that we highly recommend for the old school. I can't say old school because we're so damn young, but
just people who have good fucking taste. Is really what it comes down to.
Yeah, the genuine, the genuine movie viewers experience. So we'll have to come up with some kind of name for it. I'm sure you'd be really good at that. But yeah, like a movie recommendation list, for like, and we can categorize things too. Like literally, if a movie it's good, it's watchable, but it's kind of predictable, but it's still, we'd say it's a good movie, and it's like a romance movie or something, put it in that category. If it's a romance movie that's like overly tacky, the humor is awful, and the execution of just everything is like really poor, we'll put it in like don't waste your time. You know what I mean?
Right.
Categorize things like that, and maybe eventually, have people be like, hey, check this out. I really hope you like it, and hope that we actually put things in the right category, the category they hope. This podcast became all about movies, and I really enjoy that. It was a good amount of fun. I think the easiest thing with you and I in doing this is when we kind of just like, hop in a boat and swing an oar around a couple times and just, go. Like
our direction eventually, yeah.
Well, like when we fire off the camera, when the topics... Sometimes when the topics feel like we want to like force ourselves into a topic, we don't really
talk about it because we don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, and we eventually gravitate, and the wind will take us into a direction of the topics that our minds really want to pick from. And this started out with us potentially talking about Vanessa Hudgens, which that was who it was, right?
Yeah.
Which at this point, after the podcast that we have now, seems like a joke. You know what I mean? And talking about the what was it? Carotid?
The king,
coronavirus.
The cobra. What was
the cobra virus?
Yeah, the cobra vibrator.
Coming to a theater near you.
Coming.
Coming. And again. And again. And again. And one more time.
To a theater near you.
To a theater near you. But I genuinely appreciate... I had a lot of awesome memories growing up watching shit. Like, I loved every single thing that Robin Williams was ever in.
Dude, it'd be really funny? A horror movie starring Mr. Bean.
If the girl from The Grudge was Mr. Bean.
You just see, it's like thundering and lightning out, and he's like, he creeps up through the fucking, he's like... just the...
All right, folks. Well, thanks for joining us. We started this podcast talking about Vanessa Hudgens and her little video, the live video, referencing the coronavirus, which is so hilarious looking back at it.
Super professional and just great.
Super professional and
yeah, that's where we're at this point.
And we ended up evolving into the topic of movies, the movie industry, and as viewers, younger viewers, but still creeping up on 30, how we've seen things change. and you know, how we hope that things will evolve and grow in the future, and just all of our perspectives and opinions on how things have gone over the past whatever, since we've been able to really pay attention to what's going on until now. Yeah. So if you have any interest in movies, the movie industry, and if you are anything like us and you find yourself clicking and you know, swiping left or right and going up and down, just navigating your way through the menus of streaming services, and you just can't seem to find what you want, then maybe you're a little like us and you're missing out on quality content. Old school immersive content.
Let us know what you guys have been watching lately. We're curious to know. I think I definitely want to go watch that Lodge movie, and I definitely want to see The Boy 2, and I might actually check out The Grudge now.
I definitely want to see The Grudge, just because I really hope that like they're like I
gotta see Harold. I gotta see Harold play the part.
I want to see the camera pan around and like Harold and Kumar behind a tree, like hitting a bong.
I need to know if Kumar makes like a cameo appearance or something.
That would be good. That would be so good. And like you see like Kumar like chasing a cheetah or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Or riding one.
And George Bush makes a cameo as well. Junior,
Right.
of course.
Yes. Well, thank you for reviewing, and thanks for hanging with us. Have a great night.
And we're off.